The average prices of gasoline and diesel surged after declining for 11 consecutive weeks, according to the Korea National Oil Corporation.
한국석유공사가 공개한 자료에서 그간 11주 연속 하락세를 보이던 국내 휘발유와 경유 평균 가격이 오름세로 돌아선 것으로 나타났습니다.
Yep.
Tell us more.
So as of Saturday, this past Saturday, the average price of gasoline rose 6.2 won compared to the previous week to reach 1,591.6 won. And likewise, diesel prices rose 4.9 won on week to 1,421.5 won. And this goes counter to what global oil prices are doing right now. Global oil prices are actually falling when it was known that Israel was not going to strike petroleum and nuclear facilities in Iran.
Yeah.
The Dubai crude, which serves as South Korea's benchmark, dropped last week. But usually changes in international or global oil prices are reflected with about a 2 to 3 week delay. So expect in a couple of weeks for the prices at the pump to hopefully go down.
Prices at the pump. 이게 바로 주유 가격, 휘발유 가격, 경유 가격, 주유소의 그 가격이 되겠습니다. Prices at the pump. 펌프라는 게 우리가 이제 주유할 때 쓰는 그 기구죠. 근데 이제 비유적으로 그게 주유소라는 의미가 되겠고요. 그 다음에는 보통 이제 그 해외에서 발표가 되는 그 oil prices가 국내에 반영이 되기까지는 시간이 좀 걸립니다. So it takes about 2 to 3 weeks until those prices are reflected in the Korean market, I suppose.
You know, there's been a lot of criticism with local oil companies or gas companies, providers, where when global oil prices go up, they immediately will hike prices at the pump. Whereas on the flip side, when global oil prices go down, there's a bit of a delay in going down. And there's been some criticism about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When it comes to reading numbers, there's two ways of reading the numbers that we have here. So for example, gas prices, you can either say 1,591 or 1,591, I suppose.
Yeah.
Although normally you put the something 100 when it ends with just a sort of 00.
Yeah, I suppose when the ones and tens column are zeros, it's a lot easier like that. But usually, you know, typically this is something from broadcast radio, from my experience in news. We have a rule called the two significant number rule, because over broadcast, as a listener, when I say 1,591.61, for the listener, it's very hard to comprehend that. So usually I'll say just under 1,600 won or just over 1,400
That's a good
won.
point. 맞습니다. 우리가 텍스트가 없이 귀로만 들었을 때 특히 영어로 숫자를 말하게 되면은요. 이게 굉장히 말이 길어질수록 전혀 숫자가 그려지지가 않죠. 그래서 방송에서는 가능하면은 숫자를 좀 간소화해서 듣는 사람으로 하여금 바로 다른 일을 하면서 듣다가도 이 그림이 딱 그려지게끔 그래서 1,591원을 조금 전에 얘기했지만
0.61. There's even a decimal point in that, so it's even harder.
1,591.16원 요게 이제 구체적인 숫자였지만 이거를 말하기에 앞서서는 1,600원이 좀 안 됐습니다. 이렇게 먼저 말하고 그 다음에 이제 긴 숫자를 얘기를 하죠.
Especially in radio, because on TV, you at least have graphics that you can use your eyes with. But with radio, it's simply through the ears. So usually with numbers, you try to generalize them a little bit.
Exactly. So in other words, you'd probably say it's just under 1,600 won. More specifically, 1,591.16 or something like that. Okay. All right, let's have a look at our main expression, to surge.
Yeah, simply it means to climb or to grow, to increase. But when something surges, you're usually thinking of something in liquid form, or electricity can surge as well. But here we're talking about gas prices, right?
Exactly. To surge. Think of a wave. Think of something going up all of a sudden.
Those, those multi-tap electrical cord outlets are called surge protectors because they protect from a sudden surge of electricity to something like your computer.
I didn't know they were called surge protectors.
In the US, at least, I think. Yeah, surge protectors.
Okay. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
자, 그다음에 I guess this is the opposite.
The opposite,
to decline.
To decline means to go down, right? A decline is a slope downward, right? To descend. But here it just means to decrease or to diminish.
네, to surge 그리고 to decline 둘 다 이제 동사로 보게 되면은요. 급증하다, 줄어들다. Here's the headline again. The average prices of gasoline and diesel surged after declining for 11 consecutive weeks, according to the Korean National Oil Corporation. Here's our next headline.